Hello there. Again, this is Sabrina from Feng Shui and Prosper. We are actually live on two different platforms. I'm coming to you on Facebook Live. That's why I'm looking here. And then I'm also on Google on air as well. So if you see my eyes darting between the two cameras, that's the reason why I want to, make sure that I connect with both platforms. So I'm doing this live stream because I actually got a question on my YouTube channel earlier today, and I thought instead of just typing out the answer, that I'm going to just make a video and answer it um, instead. So the question came from, I'm going to read it out here. The question came from Gigi Yu. I don't know what country, what part of the world you're from, but your question was, my Chinese zodiac sign is fire dragon and my husband is fire rooster. We are planning to put up a restaurant business next year. What will be the best color for our shop or logo? Now, I'm not quite sure how much study or research, Jijit, that you have done into Chinese astrology, but just to let you know, the answer to that question is a little bit more involved than a lot of people think. Now, I know there are calculators out there, and I haven't gone through all the calculators, to be honest with you, but most of them, I would say, take it with a grain of salt, okay, in terms of calculators that help you determine your best elements. Now, those of you who have been, learning up or studying up on feng shui, you know that there's 5 different elements, right? Fire, water, earth, metal, and wood, right? And based on your best elements, it determines what are the best businesses or the best career paths that you should take, um, as well as, what are the best colors that you should be wearing, what kind of jewelry that would be the most auspicious for you, as well as, for health purposes as well. Like different elements determine, like your best elements would also determine what kind of health treatments will be most suitable for you. So, and I may have mentioned this in some of my recorded webinars and all that, but in Chinese astrology, your best element is actually not determined by your year of birth, which is the main misconception out there. So in terms of Jeje, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, it's Jeje. Um, he or she said that she's fire dragon and the husband's fire rooster. In that situation, their best element is actually not fire. So if you have been thinking that your best element is based on the year that you are born, I'm sorry to say that that is absolutely untrue. Okay. On the Facebook Live, I'm looking a little bit overexposed here. I'm going to try to maybe move my camera a little bit. Not quite sure why I'm so exposed. Okay. But anyway, I think it's the evening light that's actually not working for me. But I'm just going to do a quick illustration here. Okay, so I have my handy dandy board here. So in Chinese astrology, it's known as the four pillars of destiny. Okay, or in Chinese it's called Bazi, or in Cantonese it's called Baji. Okay, so this is how it pretty much looks like. Okay, so the four pillars, what are the four pillars? So this is the year that you're born, month that you're born, day that you're born, and the hour that you're born. So this would be where your elements would go into. So whether it be fire, water, wood, metal, or earth, they are here, which is called the heavenly stem. And then down here are the 12 animal signs. So every year, every month, every day, even every 2-hour blocks, there are certain animal signs that preside over these time periods. So how are your best elements determined? It's actually not determined by the year that you're born. Okay, it is in fact determined by the day and the month that you're born. Specifically, we look at month, actually more, um, a better answer is actually the season that you're born. So we look at the element of the day that you're born, be it wood, water, earth, metal, wood, water, earth, metal. I'm missing something. Anyway, whatever the five elements are, we then look at the season that you are born. So if you are, January, so that's winter, so that's more of a water season. So how is the water season coinciding with the element of the day that you were born? And based on that, and that is like a basic consideration. It's not cut and dry, right? Hopefully you guys can see this over at Facebook. I know you guys over at Google, you're kind of missing my face a little bit, but that is pretty much how it is determined. So really forget about the year when it comes to determining what are your best elements, okay? So just letting you know just exactly how much work and that goes into determining, not so much work, but how much consideration goes into determining what are your best elements are actually. I'll let you see. This is the book that I did for my Chinese astrology certification. This large ring binder here, and the portion that helps us determine the best elements. I'll show you how. It's actually half of the binder in terms of helping us determine the best elements. It's like half of this. All this is to determine the best elements for people. So it's a lot. It's a lot to, you know, because there's 12 animal signs, there's 5 elements, but even with the 5 elements and just the 12 animal signs, there's still a lot of other stuff that we look at. So that is my long non-answer, unfortunately, to Gigi's question. Because the question was, what will be the best color for our shop or logo? I really actually need the day and the month, not just the year. So, so that would be, and even something like that. And by the way, I know this is a video talking about Chinese astrology, but please don't come to me asking for a Chinese astrology reading. I don't do it for free. I don't do it paid even. Okay. And I just did a prior Facebook Live on this one. I do not do Chinese astrology reading standalone. I've stopped doing that for almost a year now. And I've taken that off of my website because it's not enough to help you change your life. I do it for my full consultation clients. Once we know that their feng shui is good, then we look at their Chinese astrology. And once the combination, and if there are afflictions in your Chinese astrology, then we remedy it. Sometimes the remedy is through feng shui, other more feng shui methods. Sometimes the remedy is just acting accordingly, right? And if there are positive energies in your astrology, then we time your actions based on that. So, but I didn't want to leave Gigi hanging in terms of that. I can't answer your question because I don't know the day and the month. So I would highly recommend that you go to a Chinese, if you want a standalone Chinese astrology reading, go to a Chinese astrologer. Have them help you figure out the best elements. And hopefully, they determine that for you, not by the year, but by the day and the season that you're born. Okay, that is the proper way of doing that. And for the rest of you who have been following me, you may or may not know that I have just released a 4-week home study course. It's got nothing to do with astrology, but it's got everything to do with feng shui, especially using classical feng shui to activate your wealth energy at home. Now, I've been getting a couple of questions regarding this, and I might just take a few minutes to address them. Is that this is not a certification course, okay? This 4-week home study is mainly for you to know how to activate for money in your home. It's not enough to get you all the knowledge about feng shui to go out and charge people for it. Okay. um, it's enough. You can do your own, maybe your friends and family, but um, it's definitely not enough. Because I don't talk a lot about theory and formulas and stuff like that. The 4-week home study course, I make it as simple and as compact as possible so as not to overwhelm my students. Um, but you will definitely have enough step by step in terms of the do's and don'ts, in terms of how to activate for money. And um, I've had people registering for it before the first week even started, and we're now going into our 4th week. And 4th week is a great one where we actually talk about water placement. So I know a lot of students are very, very excited about that. So if you are not yet registered in my 4-week home study course, the it's still not too late. I'm actually still taking registrations, and I will um, and the website for that is Wealth Chee Mini at getresponsepages.com. I'm going to write that down. Wealth Chee Mini because this is, I had a 12-week course and I just took out the meat parts of it and I made it into a 4-week course for you guys. Get response pages. It's a little long, sorry. .com. wealthchimini.getresponsepages.com. I'm just going to leave it here for you guys in case you want to head over there. So it's a 4-week home study mini course, but you guys know me. I like to let me just get up a little bit here. I like to over deliver. So even though technically it's a home study course, really home study means you're on your own. You don't get any support from the teachers and things like that, right? I don't like doing that. When you register for this, you still get 2 group calls with me. So after you're done with the modules, or even halfway through the modules, if you have questions, you can still have me look at your layout and go through your questions during the group call. Okay? And you can also either, the second bonus is either get a free copy of my Feng Shui 2016 webinar, which is a 4-hour webinar that teaches you how to do placements for 2016. But most of you already have purchased that. So if you already have your 2016 webinar, then as part of registering for this, you get a free ticket to my 2017 Feng Shui webinar, which hopefully I'll do sometime in October, November. Okay. So, so with regards to that, I'm not, again, I need to figure out why I'm not seeing comments on Facebook Live. I know people are commenting, and even on YouTube. I can't really see it when people are commenting. Maybe I'm on the wrong page here. But yeah, I'm not sure how I can activate that. Or maybe I'm doing this wrong. Anyway, if you have any questions, feel free to post it. For those guys watching me on YouTube or Google, feel free to put in your comment under the video. And for those on Facebook, you can comment under the video as well. And I'll come back to the comments and I'll reply as best as I can. So thanks so much for watching, you guys. I'm going to keep this one short because now I have to go and make dinner and feed the family because, you're a, even though you have a business that serves clients all over the world, at the end of the day, I'm still a mom, I'm still a wife. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions or any topics that you'd like me to cover in my live videos or even recorded videos, feel free to email me, leave a comment on YouTube, or even message on Facebook, and I'll do the live streams from there. Okay, so Again, this is Sabrina from FengShuiAndProsper.com. Thank you for spending your 15 minutes with me, and I wish you a beautiful night or day ahead, depending on which part of the world you're watching me from. Take care, you guys. Bye.